Okay. Thank you. This is Biafra Radio, and this is the Rite of Return. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm very sorry. This program was supposed to start an hour earlier, but some technical hiccup kept us from getting in on time. My name, Mazi Iwuagwu. I'm your host for the day. It's gonna be a short and interesting program today. And before we outline what the program is going to be today, I'm delighted to introduce you to a continuation of the program we've always pursued, the Rite of Return. And this program today will hinge on most of the interesting speeches by our leader, Mazi. He has made them interesting speeches regarding our struggle, regarding the outlook of Nigeria. And this program, we're going to look at the harbinger of evolving states south of the Sahara, revisiting Mazi foundational knowledge, the Hausa Fulani concept. It's burning out there, and a whole lot of things are coming up, a whole lot of things are happening. And Onyendu rightly told Nigeria that you are shifting your people to the south. Eventually, you will come back home to the north, and you'll find nothing. We are getting close. But before we get into this program, there are certain foundational issues that we need to discuss. And these are the things that happened in the country without our people paying attention. When we don't pay attention, the issue revisit us time after time. A whole lot of things happened over the years from 2022, 2023, and 2024. We had the news of the coup d'etat that took place in Mali. Before that, it happened in Burkina Faso. And then it came to Niger Republic. And these pile up on us like we're not paying attention. For every event, their actions are reaction, and they build on top of each other. Whether we understand it or not, it is very consequential. It became apparently clear to us when it happened in Niger Republic. The pre-colonial masters of France start making moves. It was then that we come to notice that the new president of Nigeria came alive. He wanted to go to war until the Northerners made it very clear to him. Anything you do against Niger Republic, you are doing it against Northern Nigeria. You cannot attack Niger Republic without attacking Northern Nigeria. They drove it home, and the Senate of Nigeria supported it. Then everything was reversed. We continue watching like nothing happened. But France said, we're not going away without putting up a fight. ECOWAS says, okay, we're giving you time to rethink your action and behavior. Burkina Faso, Chad, and Niger built a confederation that became a ton of events on top of the coup d'etat. Did it mean anything to us? No. It has nothing to do with us. So we thought. Then France started looking for a home for military base. By the way, what is the need of all these military bases? The West established all over the world. Let us take France, for instance. France was looking for a home, a base, near their target for damage. We know they have a base in Benin Republic, Togo. They have some level of cooperation with the United States in Ghana. In Gabon, they have a base of their own. In Cameroon, they have something going on there. In Chad, they have something going on there. Now the chickens are coming home to roost. Few days ago, Chad kicked them out of Chad. They quivered. They didn't know what happened. But do you know that after that, after the shocker, 8 days ago, there was a military coup, another military coup in Chad. They were fortunate, they repelled it, and got hold of the government. The first attack, they couldn't endure what was coming from Chad. They claimed it was the biggest surprise of their life. They thought they have Chad in their pocket. The Chad said, no, we are going to join our brothers. Burkina Faso, Niger, Mali. And by the way, Senegal is leaning towards the Sahel group. Ghana says, we're coming along. We're going to join you. Now we're talking about the three coup plotters. We're talking of Senegal. We're talking of Chad. We're talking of Ghana. What is coming up? they are preparing for. South Africa joined them. They became five of them. Expansion wasn't their central subject until I think 2023. Yeah, I think 2023 in South Africa. When at least 6 others, Egypt, Ethiopia, Indonesia, Iran, and United Arab Emirates, applied for membership. Argentina was among them, and I think Saudi Arabia at the time. They were all admitted. Initially, the protocol is when they are admitted in place, they become partners. They give them some thinking period, very short time to think about it, and then go back home and put things in order. Then within a month or two, they become members. So when that happened, Egypt, Ethiopia, Indonesia, Iran, and the United Arab Emirates, they all became members. Saudi Arabia couldn't make up their mind. And eventually, that was an election year for Argentina. When the candidate that was well associated with the West, he rejected the membership for Argentina. And Argentina did not join. Saudi Arabia, still thinking about it, have not joined yet. until 2024, when Belarus, Bolivia, Cuba, Kazakhstan, Malaysia, Thailand, Uganda, Uzbekistan, and Indonesia. These are countries, in addition to Nigeria, Algeria, Turkey, and Vietnam. These were the countries who were selected for membership. Eventually, these countries I mentioned were selected and they became partners from 2024 till January of 2025. On the 8th of January 2025, Belarus, Bolivia, Cuba, Kazakhstan, Malaysia, Thailand, Uganda, Uzbekistan all responded and became members of this. Nigeria, Algeria, Turkey, and Vietnam have not responded. They are still waiting. Now that brings us to the main topic of what is happening in the states or in the countries south of Sahara in Africa. Why is Nigeria and Algeria not reacting to the membership request? Why is Turkey still not reacting? The answer to these questions are not different from each other. They are not far off from what we might look at. Algeria and France has been very close allies since after their independence. Turkey, in lieu of their position as a member of NATO, has something to do with their acceptance into BRIC membership, which they apply. They are looking at several things. Every country is dancing in their best interest. So Turkey is waiting. Turkey is a member of NATO. Nigeria is waiting. Nigeria has a president who is an asset to the American CIA. I hope it's no history or it's no story that the president of Nigeria is an asset of the CIA. What do we think that means? What does it mean that your president is an open asset of a foreign nation? The handlers of your president, who are they? What are they doing? What have they positioned the president for? What does it mean to be an asset of a foreign government? You do what they ask you to do. You heard me right. You do what you are requested to do. Whatever is your assignment, that's what you carry out, and not the interest of Nigeria. Nigeria has no interest as far as the great universe is concerned. Whatever Tinubu is requested to do, that's what he does. Whether you understand it or not, it doesn't answer to you. He does not answer to you. They created him, they formed him, they positioned him, and put him to work. I'm sorry for Mr. Yusuf Toga. His people insisted, his people requested, we want to be a member of BRICS. He did the job as the foreign secretary. He lobbied these great nations. They said, okay, you're interested. We're interested. We see what you bring to the table. You have the population, you have the resources, mineral. You have a good position. Sure. You have the good market. We will accept it because it is not military organization. It is economic organization. You have all it takes. You have the resources. You have the market. We need you. But we're going to watch you. You don't tell me that Tinubu is an asset of the CIA and India doesn't know it, China doesn't know it, Russia doesn't know it. No. They all know. They all know. They all have the intelligence. They know what it means. But Tinubu is not Nigeria. Tinubu is Tinubu. After Tinubu, another person goes in. So, Nigerians, wherever you find yourself, the world have your interest at heart. But the conduit through which they reach you is messed up. That's what they're telling you. The conduit to Nigeria is a mess. That's what they're saying. The foreign secretary has done his job. Nigeria is a partner in the BRICS. The tax issue, the French movement, all these things are just a shadow. Remember, Mazi made it very clear. By the way, why? Why do you think they're still holding him there? Because he committed a crime? He didn't say anything different from what Sunday was said, what most Northerners are saying today. They want to go. They want to stay with their people. Just the way. The Biafrans said, we want a referendum. The Northerners have said it over and over. Nothing happened. You don't even know the face of the North. Sunday Igboho was the face of the West. They got him, treated his case quick, and discharged it. Nnamdi Kanu is still in detention. How come? Because he's an evil. You can say that. But in essence, not all. Altogether, that's not all the reasons. He's a great communicator. Yeah, you can say that. We have great communicators all over the world. But what did he say? I was thinking that they were going to hold him and charge him for spreading for the false information about Buhari. No. We may not remember what he said, but I'll tell you, which is related to what is going on now in Africa south of Sahara. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu told the Hausas that the era Hausa Fulani is over. They have shared the concept of Hausa Fulani. So Fulani is no longer Hausa Fulani, it's Fulani. So look at your city, the Hausa city, before Fulani came in. How many of those cities have Hausa governors, emirs, or one level of traditional ruler or the other? No. Look at the mosque in the north. How does it operate? And how became the Niger, from ECOWAS. We still have respect for you. They understood the language. They understood the language very clearly. Niger. That is correct. The leadership of the country. Leader of leadership will come to stand. It's perception. So people who can read independence, who can define in you. Of United States of America. This never had that. President of this country making a threat to Canada or any threat to their friends and neighbors in the southern border. It has never happened. Peace with Korea. Is not interested in fighting into the United States. If with you, everybody. This is with the southern neighbors. And it's trouble for people. About a week or two ago, so many years, 100 years. This project to you for free. He said that we did not give to you for free. It will be documented that Jacob returned to this is he has not shown the presidency yet. And this is my characteristic of Trump. What is he talking about? The resources that go to Ukraine, and that's the easiest way to stop it. No, they pull back on it. to Russia. And the to discuss and end this war. You're talking of 3 months. So if it's clear that the first 3 months the Ukraine is going to continue. This will change. The movement in Africa is going to listen to that very well. It's going to you this guy is afraid. We don't want him. What crime did they commit? We want to go a different route, a different direction. Nigeria say, no, you've messed up again. You messed up our game. I'm trying to set this thing up. The Nord Stream pipeline, Nord Stream 1 and 2, was blown up, destroyed. question was asked, who did that? He said, I don't know. You can find out who did it. That is, who has the interest to do it and who has the capacity to carry it out. I has told you who did it. Who has the interest to blow it up and who has the capacity to blow it up. It points to one or two or three nations in the world. That was a big loss. The conduit through which Russia sent their gas to Europe was destroyed. The factories in Europe stopped, in Germany to be precise, stopped because they don't have the gas to power it, and they kept quiet. How can such damage take place? And they said it's Ukraine war. Use your intelligence. Study what is going on. Study what's coming around. They wanted to depopulate the world. They want to depopulate the world. When they needed free labor, slave labor, where did they get it from? When they want to exterminate up to 1 billion people, who do you think they will go to? Who will die first? It's up to you to find out. Now the issue is that the arena for the battle has been defined already. If you understand it, it's up to you. If you don't understand it, it's up to you. The arena for the warfare is clear and simple. When they destroyed the Nord Stream pipeline 1 and 2, what happened? How did Europe start getting their gas? Because the price doubled. They said, okay, as we put the final plan on the ground, let us do this. We have to not pipe gas, but ship gas to Europe. Ah, we're so benevolent. We don't want them to die cold. We don't want Europe to freeze up. We don't want Ukrainians to freeze up. We're gonna ship gas, frozen gas, to Europe. Oh, they showed their empathy. We don't want women and children to freeze in the winter. Therefore, you're gonna get gas. They ship frozen gas to Europe. Do you think that was the remedy to it? No. The remedy is in your backyard. In your backyard. The Biafra gas. They have constructed the pipeline from Biafra land through Enugu, crossing the northern part of Nigeria into Niger Republic. You see why? And when it goes through Niger Republic, it's going to go through Algeria and get into the Mediterranean. When it pops up the coast of Mediterranean, they connect it to the European conduit. Immediately, Europe has gas, free African gas from Biafra land. You see, the plan has been in the making for years. Nothing in politics is accident. Nothing in politics is accident. They are all preconceived, planned thoroughly. If you cannot think analytically and critically, you are in for a big surprise. The mathematics is very clear and simple. It adds up. It's not an accident that Nigeria is being accused of bringing France at their border, very close to Niger Republic. Like I mentioned, the moment Chad decided to join their brothers in this fun game that is coming, because they know they cannot go scot-free. They cannot go scot-free. African nations are thinking. They are thinking. Chad kicked out the French and American troops out of Chad. Not quite 2 weeks after they did that, there was a coup in Chad on January 8th. Coincidence? Eventually, Chad was able to make a quick readjustment and stop the coup. The oil pipeline from Chad Republic going south through Benin Republic got vandalized. Nigeria was accused and they denied. Show me which government has accepted responsibility for anything they did. Show me which one. One. If you will say that Nigeria says it's not true, tell me what Nigeria has done and accepted that they did it. One thing. And tell me under what conditions do they accept that they did it. They are in the business of lying. Their leader is a liar. Their leader is a drug baron. Their leader is a drug fiend. What makes you think you can get any truth from a crackhead? By the way, he will not need your permission to do anything. If you think he'll come around it next time to ask for permission to declare war against them, Niger Republic or against Burkina Faso or against Mali, if you think he's going to need your permission. We don't know what's going to happen. Maybe somebody knows. If you wait until you know before you can say anything, you're on your own, my brother. We have listened and learned from our leader, Mazi. Some people call him a prophet of our time. Some people call him some person who saw tomorrow. But he never flinched at anything that he has a premonition over. And when he says it, I wish he's here with us today. He will have a better explanation of what is cooking in the backyard of Nigeria. Most people do not know. Most people do not know what is coming. But if you can do your arithmetic, if you know that 1 and 1 will give you 2, don't rely on it. Don't always rely on it. The last time I checked, 80% of what they taught me is a lie. 80% of what I've known through them is a lie. By the way, I'm a Christian. I am. I am a Christian. I love Jesus Christ. I love my Christianity until they killed my pastor. I love Jesus Christ until I find out that his father came back home and find out that the mother was pregnant. Hmm. I believed everything they told us until they told me lately that I'm wasting my time. Jesus Christ is not coming back. Why wouldn't I believe it? Those who told me that I would die to go to heaven, they refused to die. Think about it. Think about yourself. Since you've come to this country, since you've been in this country, where do they worship Christianity? On Sunday, that's the most segregated day in this country. The day most people who look like me and people who look like our brothers go their separate ways for hours. I will tell you, I've been a Christian all my life until Pope told me that Christ is not coming back again. Then I'm thinking real hard that I never worshiped with my white brothers who brought us Christianity. I never worshiped with them in the same church. Never. If I mistakenly enter their church, because I've done that before, because all along I go to my own church, I said maybe the Christianity they gave us is different. Let me go to their own. And when they were looking at me like I wanted to bend down and steal their shoes. Everybody that came with a handbag clutched a handbag until they said, God be with you. Every one of them was eager to see me out of the door. until our Holy Father came and told us that, are you a fool? We gave you the Sabbath. Halfway we changed it and told you that the Sabbath is not on Saturday, it's on Sunday. And you believed us. You believed us. We told you that God destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah because of one thing, that is evil. You believed us. Now we are telling you that, hey, that's the best way. If your child, who is a boy, tells his teacher that he's a girl that day, and he calls him a boy, you can go to jail. And that boy, they start tearing him up. They start castigating him. If it's a girl, they put on oriflamme on him somewhere. If it's a girl, they gave him something that can dangle. Yeah. He says today, I don't want to wear skirt anymore, I want to wear pants. It's okay. And you make noise about it, they say, oh, whoa, whoa, I'm sorry, we lied. We lied. It's not true. Yeah. You can sleep with a boy, you can sleep with, and you girls, you can sleep with each other. It's okay, no problem, Papa. Say, whoa, really? What else are we going to believe? They say we're thinking of rewriting the Bible because people are thinking very hard now. We don't believe anymore. We want to know. If you are still holding so dear your Jesus Christ, I'm sorry. I don't intend to mess up today. That's not what I'm talking about. No. That is not what I'm talking about. Forgive me. No. What I'm talking about is we have the right to deceive you. Because, by the way, you are disposable. That's what we're talking about. That is what we are talking about. Therefore, you want to figure it out. It's up to you. What's going to happen? It's up to you. We can change our mind. If you don't know how to change your mind, you better think twice. You better think twice. This is time for change. And it's coming real fast. It's coming real fast. When we see these things coming, by the way, forgive me, it's not about you. The change is very intense, very clear, and quick. Before you get prepared, it's here. It's going to happen. So the pipeline, gas pipeline, is intended to fix it. But sorry, oh, we are not there to mess with Chad. They are brothers. We fight criminals together. We fight these terrorists together. We are the same people. There's no border between us. General Christopher Musa said, up there in the north, where you have our brothers, their living room is in Nigeria, and their bedroom is in Niger Republic. How are we? Why must we fight? Why are we going to do that? They are lying to you. Okay. Now remember, the white people don't lie. They don't. You are the devil. You don't know how to think. You don't know how to tell the truth. The only thing you want is to consume what others produce. Until you learn to produce and not consume, your world will be a better place. Until you figure out that you have been consuming what others produce and start solving your own problem. If you cannot solve your problem, boy, I don't know where we're ending up. To make money is easy. But how? Everybody needs money. And you're telling us to make money. Stop being selfish. When you stop being selfish, you make money. When you start solving other people's problem, money will follow you. If you think people will be solving your problem and you become rich, you're a thief. Solve other people's problem. They'll pay you. Money will come. If you don't know how to solve other people's problem, how can you make money? How can? Like I know I've asked this question several times. Our leader, Mazi, told us that we're going to build Biafra 75 years, day and night. You think he was telling me? Or you think he was telling you? Keep lying to yourself. Don't go and think. He is sending you a message. Pass it on. And do what you can to help others. Be creative. Do something that will benefit others. That's what he's telling you. Be something others will benefit from. That's all he's telling you. But you think we are not concerned. We're going to run away from it. Think again. And I have made it very clear to you. Nothing in politics happens by accident. They planned more than 6 months how to get our leader before they got him. Which he told you, he told everybody. When you told us that they have been collaborating to kidnap him, to assassinate him. Most of you will be bought over. He made it very clear. Most of you, who are? shouting, Onyendu, 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 will be bought over. And were you bought over? Yes. Yes. They deployed billions of dollars to get it. If you see their behavior, the government of Nigeria towards Nnamdi Kanu, when you evaluate their behavior, you ask yourself, what type of people are they? What type of government is this? Even the judiciary, Nigerian judiciary, got so humiliated. They don't know what to do. They don't know what to say. They don't even present their case to the world. Because a simple question will paralyze them. You don't have to be a lawyer to paralyze that country. Any person with simple legal mind can embarrass Nigeria and paralyze them. It's very simple. Shamelessly, they carry themselves and their allies, those who sent them on that errand. I'm sure there are so many Nigerians, mostly the errand boys, who have told them, how can we handle this case? This case is becoming embarrassing. What are we going to do? They say, hang in there, hold on to it. I will get back to you. Because the arrest and the prosecution of Nnamdi Kanu is a mission. It wasn't an accident. It wasn't something that they just discussed overnight and executed the next day. No. Even those who were recruited into it that didn't know or may not know the gravity of it or never knew they would regret their attitude. They were busy and curious trying to be their so-called big boy. People who cannot separate big boy and errand boy and stupid boy. I will mention this here because it's been bothering me so much. I know I've discussed this with some of my friends. I thought I was the only person who heard it. But when I put it across some people, they said, no, we heard it too. Piece of paper. That's what I call it. I call it that because it's your thing. Because and we do that all the time. Sit and destruction, and they will die tomorrow. It doesn't bother you because you are accumulating that discipline. He doesn't. So some idiots to destroy their heritage, and they do that proudly. Proudly. We are in deficit. We have deficit. A deficit is 38 billion. The deficit of this country is 38 trillion. They make it scarce. But they can print that thing in trillions. They can print but they make sure it is scarce for you. And then they tell you, who have 20 billion? If you can waste 2 million of your people's life, but we show you how we're going to do it. And we show you how we're going to monitor it and regulate it. But we want them gone. Don't do it. And how are we going to do it? You said, we're going to send some people who will monitor you. Encourage you to do it. And you said, consider it done. It's done. We're going to do it. So the hand of the state, south of Sahara, with foundational the house Fulani concept. Remember, at a time and only is it if it's not happening to you, something is wrong. to see the father in treatment. I listened to him from time to time, telling the mother, I want to know. I want to know. I said, oh my God. I never told my mother that. I never told my father I want to know. Except in few cases. They cannot be. Told us a lot of things we should know. You are listening because you know. That's where we stand today. In your backyard. Nothing happens by accident. They said, nothing happens by accident. Is that the have been put in place? It's not going to happen by accident. You see, the essence of all this come right in your face. Our president wants Canada to be United States of America. Wants Gulf of Mexico to be Gulf of America. Wants Greenland to be a part of United States. Wants Canal to be owned by because I know, I've read the book of the deal. That's what it's known for before it became president. A deal maker and in Trump presidency 2.1. With North Korea. He made peace with China. He made peace with the people. But he has not put his hand on that Bible. They're in the process of writing the Bible. It's they're something different. Because in the Bible they tell us that it's going to change. Maybe before 1 year, it's going to change. Because that they told us that come out of it. People are like including your tongue. If you are still believing, by the time you believe, look at that little girl and little boy. Look at them. Watch their faces. Because they know that this is a different era. It's not the era of believing. It's the era of knowing. Be careful if you're still believing. You believe that Christ came and died for us and he's going to come again. Are you going to believe that Christ is not coming again? What are you going to believe? Christ is coming, he's not coming. Homosexuality. The angel destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah because it's evil. It is evil. Therefore, the nation of Sodom and Gomorrah were destroyed. But some of the philosophers of those who studied systematic theology, they are telling you that those things you hold so dear to yourself is a story told by an idiot, full of fury, signifying nothing. It is an allegory. It's a metaphor full of symbols. That's what they're telling you. That's not what they told us. They told us the story of Virgin Mary, the story of God, the story of angels, the story of they're telling us it's allegory. They're telling us it's metaphor. The biggest story ever told. So there is no David, there is no Moses. They said those are characters. I said, oh my God, where is my mother? She taught me to go to church. Oh, what's another lie? My mother told me, make sure you marry a good wife. You are going to America, make sure you marry somebody who can understand what I'm saying. I said, Mama, I believe you. I believe you. When I believed that for my mother, Mother, where are you today? Mother is nowhere to be found. So what happened to me? I believed a lie. For those of you who are single, who are not married, your mother is telling you, marry a good wife, marry this. For mother, for father, it's up to you. Find the truth and believe it. And where is the truth? When Pontius Pilate asked that question, what is the truth? Did anybody answer that question up to today? That rhetorical question asked by Pontius Pilate, what is the truth? Nobody has answered that question to me. What is the truth? I don't know. So, ladies and gentlemen, as we draw close to this discussion, what I'm telling you, the concept of the whole thing, I'm going to say, I'm going to say it again. I'm going to repeat it. It is not an accident. Nothing in politics is an accident. Or It's an accident or it's a happenstance. No, it's not premeditation. Planned and well executed. That's how they become geniuses. When you think a politician is lying to you, think again. They don't lie. They call it double speak. Double speak is the truth, is the politician's truth. Therefore, what he told you doesn't mean exactly what he said. If that gets into your head, listen to Nigerian government. Over and over and over and over. Listen to Nigerian politicians. Maybe 10 times over. They are not lying. They are just telling you the truth. You cannot understand, you cannot comprehend. Double speak. The Fulanis copied it very well, and they called it fatwa. That is lie to you. If you want to understand it, you understand. If you don't want to understand it, it will engulf you. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, today is January 12th, 2025, and this is Biafra Radio. And the program is The Rite of Return. Your host, Mazi Emeka Iwuagwu. We may have, for the rest of the week, we may have to come twice until things will stabilize and we'll give a permanent schedule for this and continue coming to it. Continue hitting on this. Continue preparing our people before these things happen. Because you think it's not going to happen. They kidnapped Ali. He told us they will buy you over. He told us you're going to fail him, but he will not fail you. He told you so many things will happen to our movement. But when it happens, don't ever in your wildest dream think that we're going to fail or that you're going to stop what we are doing. No. Even the politicians, they know that this is no longer a movement. They know. And they are saying it's no longer a movement. The North always say it. Look, the Northerners comprehend what is going on than we do. We are still very interested, still preoccupied, feeding our stomach. But there's a difference. There are most of us who are not interested in what we are doing. When I call Nigeria almost every day, they talk to me about the hunger in our land. They talk to me about things that are happening that has never happened in the land. But people of my age group, those who are maybe younger than me by 10, 15 years, and those who are older than me by the same amount of years. When I have discussion with them, it gets me lively. Because when I remind them, I say, listen, what is happening now has happened before. This same country called Nigeria has used hunger and starvation as a weapon to fight us. Before it happened in my life, I lost so many of my childhood friends. I didn't know that in my lifetime I would go through it again. And that is why when I listen to the younger ones, they tell me all these things. I listen to them, give them whatever words of encouragement I can. And I tell them as they hold on to it, don't be careless. Only the careless ones fall in this war. The war has started a long time ago because you don't know it. You don't know that starvation has been used as a weapon of war before. They are using it again. But what happened to those of us who survived? Is that most of us developed what they call immunity to that disease of hunger. And with this disease, most of our relatives, of our friends, of our brothers who are still back in Nigeria have that immunity and that genetic makeup. And with that, they gave back to their own children. And you see their children, they get used to it because they develop the same immunity that hunger will not kill them. They ask me, is that what it is? Of course it is. Say, Jeff Wheeler, you suffer from kwashiorkor. It did not kill you, but it killed a lot of your friends. Say, malnutrition did not kill you. Kwashiorkor did not kill you. Why will it kill your children? Even your children will develop greater immunity than you. And sometimes we see our so-called brothers and sisters fall all over the place and die. I reminded my younger brother. I said, I know why nothing will happen to you and your children, because I know who you are. You are my brother. You are my father's son. You had that immunity. You didn't suffer for sure. You didn't die. Even though at the time we thought you were going to die. At the time, my mother thought you were going to die. Do you know my mother was ready to bury you at the age of 4, 5, 3? Because if you die of kwashiorkor, the ceremony will not be. Few people from the kindred, from the village, come together, dig a shallow grave somewhere. It's a little boy. You put him there. And they move on. Because I know you will not die because you survived. You develop immunity. But remember, during that war, the war continued. Enugu did not fall, Nsukka did not fall. Nsukka, Enugu, and the rest of other places, they fell about 6 months to 9 months before the war. The Nigerian government took over those areas. Enugu wasn't a territory of Biafra for long. When you talk the territories that lasted for Biafra, you talk of Umahi, you talk of Owerri, Ofanan, you talk of Ondo. So what am I saying? Those territories where life was going on as usual. Boys and girls were having fun, enjoying themselves, going to school, while the war was going on in some parts of Biafra land. What happened? They were having babies and having fun. So I'm not trying to be funny or anything like that. Most of the Biafrans that speak Igbo today, who are being killed by mistake, who are being killed by one thing or the other. If you take real study of what has happened to us, majority of true Igbos, true Biafrans are not dead. And I'm still human. I have my hands raised up. If we take a DNA record of the children born in Biafra land during the war and after the war, about 70% of them may not have the true gene of true Igbos. I'm not saying that we should throw them in a zoo river. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is we are Igbos. By either maternally or paternally. Our sisters are our sisters. Our brothers are our brothers. But the true brothers and the true sisters probably don't always meet at the same time. So, if the Hausa or Fulani or Yoruba contributed one way or the other, well, that's the world we live in. But let us be careful. Let us be careful. We are going to schedule next time we will come live. Probably. It may have to be in between the week. I don't know for sure. But you're going to hear me twice before next Sunday. So, I thank each and every one of you who have listened to this broadcast. We're going to come back again. We're going to make it as we progress. We're going to start making it interactive. I know we have to carry along with us and our coordinators and our members. So as it is right now, I have the privilege of saying thank you to all of you and good evening.
Hmm.